All right, Cowboys fans, that was ugly, and we need to talk about this game. We got to talk about it right now. So, make no mistake about it. That was probably, I know I say, probably every year you end up saying, oh, that was one of the worst losses I've ever been a part of. That one hurts. I think this one, I won't say it hurts as much as it's a reality now that these coaches, these players, the front office, as of today, I don't believe that they think that they can beat the San Francisco 49ers. Now, with Philly, other top teams in the NFC, maybe you have a chance. Maybe you could play them better. You kind of know them. Um, but with San Fran, I just think that in every aspect of the game, they think they're better than you. They know they're better than you, and they play football. They go out and play and call the game and do those things better than you. Now, for me, my biggest issue is, and it's been an issue that I've had for a long time, since Kellen was calling offense, since now Mike is calling offenses, we don't put a proper plan in place to get your best athlete the ball, and that's Ceedee Lamb. You can see when he catches the ball, how physical he is, the way that he wants to run after the catch. And so I'm not gonna bury that lead. I'm gonna get back to that. But let me recap the game. So I wanted to recap it after yesterday. I didn't want to do anything in the moment, and because I'm already going crazy on Twitter, just going back and forth. I was mad about a few holding calls. I actually really liked the way the defense played. Yes, they gave up 42 points, but this is a top team in the NFC. Okay, it was them in Philly in the NFC Championship last year. This is a top team. You cannot go three and out or punt or fumble, whatever the case. And we got to talk about Pollard. Pollard just gets mushed to the ground. Fred Warner plays like Luke Kuechly, Dick Butkus in his prime. Shout out to Fred Warner. He played an amazing game. I can't take anything away from Fred Warner. Like, that was amazing football that Fred Warner played. That being said, like, a Pollard, like, you know, the fan base wanted Tony Pollard and loved Tony Pollard because you got tired of Zeke and he was fat, slow, and old. And two things can be true. But, like, Pollard, I need you to make a few plays. Everybody said, when Pollard went out, the game changed. Well, he was in this game and there was no difference. Um, I thought that the O line gave you enough time to step up and do some things in the pocket. I've been consistent since the Arizona game. This passing game is not attacking the ball. I mean, it's not attacking the middle of the field. It's not attacking down the field. And so what's happening is the game plan is awful versus a team that runs sideline to sideline like San Francisco does. Second drive, because I actually just rewatched the game. Second drive, I think it was second down or third down. We're in their three and outs, and just pick one of the three and outs, anyone you want. Pick one, anyone. You throw a swing to Tony, you're behind the sticks. That's not gonna get it done against this team. Greenlaw is good, and he's over there body slamming. He's stone cold stunnered. You're running back on the sideline, and at that point, Tony's tapped out. He like, dog, I'm getting hit. We don't have you. This is what you're gonna design for me. He's tapped out. This isn't Madden. There's a real human element to the game of football. So he's catching the ball in the flats. Greenlaw's on top of it because this is their defense. They're playing match zone. They're playing cover four. Eyes are on the quarterback. Their corners aren't threatened. So they're just coming up and rallying to the football. That's what they're doing. And what did Mike do? He called the game to their strengths. Nothing down the seams. Nothing over the top. And it's not like, I hate when Dallas does this. It's like their shot was Dak just throwing a punt. No. Like, design something. A scissors look. Crosser post. Something to make those dog. They got Gibson back there. He's 40 years old. Something to make those safeties and corners communicate. I watched McVay dial them up all game. What does Dallas do? Come out, run, flats, third and 5. You're throwing a dump off to Ferguson. They're literally, Mike and Dak are calling this, and I'm gonna say this, okay? Dak has A lot of input on this offense. So I don't want Mike McCarthy getting all the blame for this game versus an elite defense. They give Dak so much input. Dak, what do you like here? Dak has been on record saying this. Hey, Mike's in the room with us. We like this. We like that. So now when it goes bad, I don't want to hear all Mike. And this isn't me because I've been accused of being the Dak hater. I'm not a Dak hater. But the truth of the matter is, when we play an elite defense, when we play an elite team, and I'm be honest with you, I think that we made San Francisco look that defense look more elite than it really, really is. I still do believe that they have weaknesses on the edge at corner. I like Hufunga, fake Palomalu, but Gibson, he's okay. But if you're gonna play to their strengths, they're gonna front run and they're gonna play football like that. And so this is why I just wanted to talk through some of these points because I don't think that the defense played bad. That fumble that Jordan Lewis got after he got ran over, bro, that's big time heart. Give me heart football. But when your offense can't give you anything, I'm not, dog. It was one play, they get that play, they get that fumble. I'm like, yo, can the guys, I tweeted, can they get some Gatorade? They can't even get Gatorade. They're right back on the field. Little league, high school, college, if your defense is on the field longer than the offense, it's probably not going to end up well. One thing I did appreciate was Mike McCarthy saying, no, we're going to watch the tape and we're going to learn from this. I want these guys to be more physical minded. That's the difference between Shanahan and that San Francisco team versus the Cowboys. They're giving guys rest days every week. They're giving this player this. It's all beautiful flowers and pillows in Dallas. And then when you play a team that's really gonna punch on you, you don't know how to fight back. You don't. Now, I will say this. Defensively, the only thing that I have an issue with is, and J-Ron Curse got the sack, but the defense at times, Donald had the big hit. At times, it was like a few plays where Micah had the offsides, Donald had a big hit. Those little goofy ticky-tack penalties hurt us. And then I got to be honest, guys, J-Ron Curse just looks slow to me. His movement looks slow. I can't imagine that he'll be a Cowboy next year. And Donald, he's having an okay year. I wouldn't say he's having a great year. He's just been okay. And that's kind of disappointing for me because I thought that he would be better. I thought that Bland did what he could. I thought that Gilmore did what they could, but they're both like B-level corners. They're not, we miss Diggs right now. So they're both B-level corners. So, and then Micah, I'm not mad at Micah's game yesterday. He's getting chipped. I don't know whose idea was it to rush him over Trent Williams. Trent Williams is still probably the best tackle in football. So you rushed him over Williams, and you didn't get what you needed. Like, Micah couldn't get home. It is what it is. I thought that D-Law did some nice things in the run fit. I thought that D-Law was one of the few players that played well, and I thought that Hankins played really, really well. Okay, now that's the defense, and I gave them their flowers. Ceedee Lamb's press conference and his body language, and it's been since the Arizona game, I feel completely awful for this kid, man, because I know talent. The guy can flat out do it. I mean, Michael Irvin's come out and said it. Michael Irvin has said that Ceedee Lamb is better than he's ever been. He's better than him and Dez. But it just feels like the Cowboys are wasting another career. And what's sad is this is a contract year for Ceedee Lamb. So like everybody around him has gotten their money. He's been a A student. He's done well. He's done everything that you asked him to do. He's learned the slot. And what have we done? Criminally underused Ceedee Lamb. Yesterday, I'm looking at how they're aligning. Just motion him in. Get him on the run. Move him to the slot. Get him to the flats. Use him as your move player. Dallas did none of that. Dallas, when we did get a first down, it looked like we were just happy to get a first down. Versus you're watching Purdy, who, by the way, was the better quarterback yesterday, and might just Brock Purdy might just be a better quarterback than Dak. He might just process things better. He might just have a better understanding of the offense. He might just know how to get the ball out with rhythm better than Dak Prescott. It is what it is. We now have so much data. Dak is now 30, guys. This isn't Dak Prescott that was drafted in 2016. That's almost 10 years ago. Think about that. 2016 was 10 years ago. It's going to be 2024 at the end of this year. We have the data that we need, guys. Unfortunately, this is who he is. If it's not perfect, you're just not going to be a top echelon team. And honestly, there aren't a lot of quarterbacks who can go out and just win you games. That's just where we are in the league. But I think that the Cowboys have done a decent enough job to give you everything that you need. But game plan, scheme, all of it has to come together. Right now, San Francisco has that. And then they have a quarterback who can execute at a higher level right now than our quarterback can. I said this yesterday. It really does look like the Cowboys are calling offense not to throw interceptions. It looks like the Cowboys are calling plays and they're doing things not to turn the ball over. Just play football. You're 3-2 right now. Now you have nothing to lose. It's clear that you're not better than San Francisco, and you're probably gonna get to this. You'll get to the wild card, and you're just gonna have to play football. You're not better than San Francisco. We gotta live in reality. We gotta look in the mirror. The Cowboys are not better than San Francisco. So now that's out the way. Just play football. Stop worrying about interceptions. Stop worrying about protecting the ball. Play football. We're not playing football. I saw it in the Arizona game. I've seen it at times, even in our wins. They're not playing football. Dak is just trying not to get. It's almost like I wouldn't even say stat padding. He's stat protecting. So that's what I got. Honestly, I don't want to see the film sessions this week. I don't want to see nobody play good. When you lose 42-10, there's no film that I want to look at because it didn't impact the game. That's what you got to be careful with some of these, this and that and this player. I mean, I'm looking at our linebackers. Nobody hit them yesterday. Now, you did decent on C-Mac, but the other guy comes in, he's just running in Mason, just running down your throat. You did decent. I thought Hankins did a good job. Hankins had fight in him. But that's who San Fran is. They're dirty, they're chippy, and I was wrong. I thought that Dallas did have goons on this team that were going to be more physical. Only one that I saw who was like literally bothered by the loss to me was Ceedee Lamb on the offense. And that's why I'm just like, man, we sometimes we look at these guys and we say, oh, they're divas, these receivers. No, like Ceedee really wants to win. So it's unfortunate, but you're 3-2. Listen, what we can't do is cry. We still got a season to play. So you got a lot of games. You're 5 games in. You still got 12 more games to play. So you can rewrite this ship. Little adversity. You better get ready for the Chargers because you lose to Kellen Moore, whispers will start getting louder. You're not better than San Fran. So that's just done. That's done and over. It is what it is. You lose to Kellen Moore next Monday night. You lose to a Chargers team that you should beat. It's going to get slow. I'll be back all week. More topics. It is what it is, guys. I'm going to cover this team no matter what. It is. All I can say is it is what it is. I don't even have the answers right now. I gave you guys what I got. It's your boy Foots. You know I love y'all. So look, turn off ESPN. Watch a movie. It's just on this good Monday. You got off. Watch a movie. Relax. Come to my channel. I'll be doing lives. And we'll talk about it, and then we'll move forward. All right, it's your boy Foots as always. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing.